Oh, this is Paul from Motor City Cars and Coffee. I'm here today at the 20th annual Mustang and Ford Stampede in Birch Run, Michigan. I'm going to do a quick time lapse on all the cars, and then I'm going to select a few of them and talk about them. Let's get started. The following is a time lapse of a Mustang and Ford Stampede car show. The reason why I did a time lapse is because there were so many cars here. If you want to skip to the 3 minute and 15 second mark, that starts the description of the different vehicles that I thought was the best out of this car show. You'll see various different cars, ranging from the classic cars all the way up to the modern cars that are out there. For this particular car show, it's mostly Mustangs. You see a bunch of Fox bodies, the S197s, and then the S550s. And you also will see like this. This is one of the older Fords out there. There's a Fox body Mustang, a S550. That looks like an LTD, a Thunderbird. There's the Mach 1 1969 I'm going to be talking about. Oh. I modified the engine bay on this Mustang. Another Fox body. A Bronco. There was a S550 Bullet there. There's a Thunderbird. There's the Mach E that I'm going to be talking about. Another Fox body. Another Fox body. There's a Bullet there. An old truck. The following car is the Mustang GT500. It was based off the S550 platform. This GT500 was produced from 2020 to 2023. This vehicle had the 5.2-liter buttered engine, which was supercharged, and was rated at 760 horsepower. This vehicle had the dual clutch transmission and independent suspension. All this allowed the car to go from 0 to 60 in 3.4 seconds and had a kilometer time of 10.6 seconds. This was straight out of the factory. This vehicle was sold from $75,000 and went up from there. All depends on the type of options that you selected at the time of the build. One type of option that you can select is carbon fiber wheels, which help reduce the rate for track times. This next vehicle is a 1969 Mach 1 Mustang. This vehicle came with a 420 cubic inch turbojet engine with ram air. This particular car had the 4-speed transmission. According to Car and Driver, this vehicle could go from 0 to 60 in 5.5 seconds with a quarter-mile time of 14 seconds. This particular car was probably my favorite vehicle in this car show. Here is an example of a Ford GT. This particular Ford GT was produced from 2005 to 2006 and about 4,038 were produced during that time period. This vehicle had a 5.4-liter engine that was supercharged. This vehicle was rated at 550 horsepower. The 0 to 60 time was 3.5 seconds, and it had a quarter mile time of 11.3 seconds at 131 miles per hour. The pricing for this vehicle was $150,000 during that time period. Now, you could get this vehicle anywhere from $250,000 all the way up to $600,000. All depends on the condition of the vehicle. Here's the Mustang GT350. This was produced off of the S550 platform. The production years was from 2016 to 2020. The engine that this car had was the Voodoo engine, which is a 5.2-liter flat plane crank. This was one of the first attempts of a flat plane crank by an American OEM. This car was rated at 526 horsepower and about 429 pounds of torque. The 0 to 60 time for this car was 3.8 seconds and had a quarter mile time of 12.15 seconds. The price range for this vehicle was from $45,000 all the way up to $100,000. All depends on the type of options that you selected during the build of this vehicle. Okay. This next vehicle is the Mustang Mach E. It is a four-door crossover that is electric. The price range is $43,000 for the base model, and it goes all the way up to $60,000 for the GT model. The battery range for this electric vehicle ranges from 260 miles all the way up to 310 miles. This depends on the drivetrain that you select, either if it's rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. The 0 to 60 times for these vehicles is 5.6 seconds for the base model, and it goes all the way down to 3.5 seconds for the GT model that is optioned out. This next vehicle, or bicycle if you want to say, is the Shelby E Bike, which is called the 72-volt Shelby. The price of this little bike is $72,000. It has a range of 40 to 75 miles depending on the charge, and has a top speed of 40 miles per hour. Thank you for viewing my video. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you gained some knowledge on the different Ford cars out there, from the future to the past. Again, this is Paul from Motorcycle Cars and Coffee. If you liked it, please hit the like button, and also hit the subscribe button. Until next time, have a good one.